Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Fred Speaks. I pray this podcast finds you in the best of health and spirits. And I want to encourage everyone to continue to take the necessary precautions to wash your hands and wear your face mask during this pandemic. Welcome. This week's episode for Fred Speaks podcast is When Will My Time Come? And this is a subject that I have had numerous conversations with different people that feel like, everybody around them seems to be living the ideal life, and they seem to be prospering. They seem that things are going really well for them. They're achieving a degree, or they're getting married, or they're having a child, or they're getting a home, or the good job, or taking a nice vacation, and just various things of what people consider to be an ideal life. But there's people that watch others and they wonder, when is my time coming? Or when will my time come? And I just wonder if you ever felt that way, like, am I going to ever be able to experience the life that I always wanted? And I don't see anything wrong with that mindset. The only thing that I will say in regards to when you have this ideal life per se thought in your mind is that a lot of times people will look at what others have, or what others are doing, what others are achieving, and so on and so on. And they will say, well, my life is not like, this person's life or that person's life. And I want to get to a place where, I'm able to, achieve some things and being able to have some of the things that I always wanted. But like I said, a lot of times it's based on what you see other people have. And I just believe that if you are looking for a certain lifestyle or an ideal life, is that let it be based on what is best for you. But there's so many people that, they, in the back of their minds, every time they see somebody achieve something, they're, when is my time going to come? And it's I believe that the number one thing we need to do is be patient, but not only be patient, but be patient for what is right for me. Because I don't want what someone else has if that's not meant for me. There are things that, all of us as human beings, we may have similar things. So, we have a car, or we may have an apartment or a house or whatever. So we have similar things, but, in somebody's eyes, it may not be, yours may be better than mine, or vice versa. So, and we get caught up in this, like, I just want things just to fall in place, from my career to, being married, having a family and the ideal job, and, and just the list goes on. And we just feel like our life is not complete if we don't have a lot of things, or we achieve, certain goals or whatever in life. And the way I look at it is the person that you're looking at that has everything that you want. The thing about it, you're on the outside looking in, but you don't know when they go home or whatever, the stress and everything they're having to do to maintain and to keep a certain status. But I believe that you should want the things in your life where you can be content and not overwhelmed with trying to maintain things. And that's why I go back to, I want the things that are for me. And so I can be patient and I can wait for the right things that are purpose for me, instead of, in the back of my mind, I'm always saying, when will my time come? My time will come when it is right. There's times where we are not ready for certain things. It's like you may want a Mercedes, but you're working at McDonald's. I mean, you're not in a place where you can really afford to, pay for that car and maintain insurance and, the upkeep of the car. So you may want that, and, it may be something that you always wanted, but are you in a place to really handle that? And so I think we need to be realistic when we're comparing ourselves to what others have and what others are doing and achieving. We need to look at ourselves and see where we're at. And that's one thing. It's like, once you see where you're at, then, okay, now you can start to work on you so that you are in a place where you're able to receive things and be able to handle them and them not overwhelm you. But you'll be able to handle it without being stressed out and overwhelmed. So, but again, there are so many people that out there that just, feel that way. Like, when will my time come? I'm tired of seeing this person doing this and doing that. They're vacationing over here, or they just bought a new car, or she just got a promotion on her job. They made her a manager, or, just different things we look at and we're just like, man, I just can't wait until my time comes. And like I said, you shouldn't base the things that you see others achieving or the things that others are doing, and base it on that, and just like, I want my life to be that way. And the other thing is that God has a plan for all of us, and what may be good for one person may not be good for you. So one person may be able to handle certain things, whereas you may not be able to. But there is something that you can handle, and that is, when you're prepared and ready for it, it will come. It'll come to you. And there's a lot of people, they see others getting married, and they just get so anxious, and they want to be married as well. They want to start a family, and they're just so anxious, and a lot of times that can overwhelm you, so that you find yourself getting into something that wasn't meant for you. But because you were anxious to achieve that, to have that, you jumped into something, and it was not the right thing. So again, I can't stress about being patient and waiting for what is for you, because I don't want what somebody else has, or what belongs to somebody else, or is purpose for someone else. But I want the things that God knows that I can handle, that fits me, that would be something that would enhance me and make me to be a better person, but not something that's going to, drive me to drink and smoke and do whatever to basically try to escape all the pressure that I'm under. But having the things that are for me that won't, like I said, overwhelm me, but I'll be able to handle them and be able to grow and be able to achieve even more things. But that's one thing about us as human beings. We don't like to be patient. We want things to happen like right then and there, and when they don't happen, we get frustrated. We get upset because they're not happening in the time frame that we would want them to. And I know there's a saying, and maybe some agree and some don't, about good things come to those that wait. And I don't know if it's true in all cases, but sometimes it is good to wait and not to jump out. Some people, as soon as they get a few dollars over what they were making, they want to go out and start to splurge, but it's just a few dollars over what you were making. So you're not ready to go out and make a major purchase just because you got a few dollars, But you have to be patient and plan and make sure that you're in a place where you can, like I say, handle and accept the things that are purpose for you. But I just wanted to talk on this subject because I know, especially right now, people, with the COVID and different things going on in this world, that a lot of the things that we were trying to accomplish, got put on hold. Some things, basically, we're not even able to move forward with because of, the effects of COVID, the pandemic. And so then you have to be patient, not throw your goals to the side, but be patient. And if it's meant to be, then you can revisit those things and start to focus on moving forward with them. But again, I'm a firm believer what is for me is for me. And me looking out and look at someone else and what they have is no benefit to me. I want the things that are for me. And if I could just be patient and wait, I believe these things will come. These things that are for me, that are purpose for me, will come. It may not come in a day or two, but if I can just be patient, they will come. And so I just want to encourage everyone that is dealing with this to have some patience and not throw, like I said, don't throw your goals and your dreams or your desires to achieve certain things. But at the same time, be watchful as to whether these things are meant to be in your life. Because some things, we may have a long list of things that we want, that we consider to be the ideal life, but they may not be what is meant to be in our lives. So we have to grow and understand that just because I see something or I see, others achieving things, that doesn't mean that that's for me. That may be just for them. But again, staying in tune and understanding, God's will of what He wants for me. So I hope that someone was able to get something out of this podcast. When will my time come? And again, just want to encourage you to be patient and wait. And I guarantee you that the things that are meant for you, they will come. Stop basing the ideal life on things that you see others doing or achieving. And to be honest, and I know a lot of people won't want to hear this, but to be able to have peace that is priceless. That's ideal to have peace at the end of the day when you go home. When you leave work and you go home after a stressful day of dealing with people, and you're able to go home and you're able to go home in peace, that's priceless. Money can't pay for that. And being able to have a happiness that is not based on material things, but based on that inner peace and joy that you have, and being content. If you don't have, the, nice 4 or 5 bedroom house, or the Mercedes or BMW or whatever, type of car that you prefer, if it's not sitting in your driveway, that doesn't define your happiness. And I think that's something that we fall into, is like we equate happiness with, having things and having certain people in our lives. And then we feel like if I get all of that, then I'll be happy. But you can be happy if you're living in a shack, and you have a roof over your head, and you have food to eat, and you have somebody that loves you and you love them. That again is priceless. It may not be what you wanted as far as a place to live, but it is meeting the need. And so you have to start somewhere. You may not have the mansion right now, but you keep, growing and making progress. And if it's meant to be, you'll get to where you want to be. So I just want to encourage everyone, let's stay prayerful. And in regards to this subject, let's be patient, and let's wait on what is for us, for each individual. I'm not waiting on what's for somebody else, but for each individual, be patient and wait on the things that are for you. And with that, I would like to encourage everyone to join us for another episode of Fred Speaks. And also want to let everyone know that we have a Fred Speaks group on Facebook. Again, that's Fred Speaks group. So if you search on Facebook for Fred Speaks group, there is a group that you can join, and we will use that group to have further discussions on the topics that are covered on Fred Speaks. Again, I appreciate everyone listening in, and we look forward to you joining us for the next episode of Fred Speaks. Thanks.